Aloha. Corey Beadle here, certified life mastery consultant. It is Thursday. It's about 10 after 6 Pacific Standard Time or Pacific Daylight Time. It's almost Aloha Friday. Tomorrow is Aloha Friday. And I wanted to share 3 components of the law of attraction with you. And in such a way, three components, just 3 words that are going to help you to really activate the law of attraction. But first, I wanted to tell you a story that I was just recalling when I was just looking at my bookshelf here. There is one of the books. I've got a book on the Hawaiian language. Papa sent that to me. And then I have this row is like all my spiritual texts and things. You know, I've got, let's see. What do we got back here? We've got Brene Brown. Let's see. Raymond Hollowell. Raymond Charles Barker. Emerson. Of course, Napoleon Hill. Oh, can you see that? At any rate, within that part of the bookshelf, because we have them, and then John's got some books up here, and then I have all the things that my Wonder Woman cuffs, because that's another story. But part of that is that's another story. But it's and it's not that. It's actually part of the story of what it's next to here. There are all the texts that I study in order to become a certified transformational life coach. There's a lot of studying involved. There's a rigorous training and ongoing training that I am involved in, that I'm a part of. And one of the books back here is the book that you might be familiar with. It's The Secret. Was it maybe 20 years ago now? I guess I could look at the text. Hold on. Let's see. When was it published? Along with this book, and then the thing is I want to tell you about this book. Hold on, let me see the date. When was this published? London. Has it been 20 years? 15 years? Oh. Not quite 20 years. So 2006. At least that's when this was published. 2006. Is that right? I guess that's right. So 2006, I'm just wondering which edition this was. I'm trying to do it with one hand. But 2006, and of course the movie was really popular. And this book, The Secret. So that's when I think most people, if they hadn't been studying transformational principles prior to this, they were introduced to this idea of the law of attraction. And, many people knew about this, obviously, but, whether they're studying non-denominational transformational principles, or they know this from their own spiritual or religious beliefs, they know how this works, that this is actually a law. And I've shared with you before that what precedes the law of attraction is the law of vibration. And I've spoken to you about that before, but I wanted to actually go ahead and talk about the law of attraction today. Before I tell you the 3 components of the law of attraction, I wanted to tell you that this book, which I think is really cool, was actually given to me. It was a gift from a student of mine a couple years ago. I also teach at a university, and over the past few years, I developed a course. I created a course with the course theme is defining and constructing happiness. And within that, we look at art, literature, music, and philosophy, but through the lens of what it means to be happy in different cultures. And that I have sprinkled it with texts, academic texts, and well-respected texts, and poets, and Wordsworth and Rumi and such, but all coming, not all, but really the idea that the power is within us, That's the subtext, right? Some of them, overtly say that, but that's the subtext. So the beautiful thing is, without me ever mentioning the law of attraction in my class, and I teach at the university, without me ever saying that, one of my students at the end of the course a few years ago gave me this as a gift. And he said this class reminded him of The Secret. So that's beautiful. I was really pretty tickled. And so I still have that. It was a lovely thought. My hand's getting tired. So here are the 3 things that I wanted to share with you with regard to the law of attraction. So it is, and you can remember this just with the letters to help you. I.A.E. So the first, let me switch hands. The first, I didn't have my whole computer set up, so I'm just doing that on the phone. Maybe I'll do the computer next time. The first is intention. So just for a moment, if we check in, and it has to do with, hold on. If we check in with your vision, go ahead and check in. What is your vision? Let's say that it's in the area of relationships. Let's say that you have longing and discontent within the area of your relationships, and you would love to have the love of your life in your life right now. And your intention is that, but maybe it's not really, really clear, right? Maybe it's foggy. You haven't gotten a crystal clear vision of what you would love. That's your intention of what you plan to bring forth. So it could be in that domain. It could be in the domain of your health. You just like to have better health, but you're vague, right? So if it's not crystal clear and your intention isn't crystal clear, there's soon be something leaking. You don't have a well-constructed system from which the love is going to flow, or that abundance is going to flow. So the first is intention. What is your intention? The second is attention. So maybe you have a crystal clear blueprint of what you would love in your life, but your attention wavers. Can you relate to that? You go, yeah, I love in my life, and wake up in the morning and go, yeah, and then throughout the day you go, you know what? It's not really possible. How am I going to do this? I'm too old. I'm not fit enough. I'm not X enough. The last relationship was kind of rough, whatever it may be. Then your attention isn't focused on what you would love, but rather what you wouldn't love, and then you're attracting what you wouldn't love. That's the way it works. We're taking our focus off of what we don't want, and we focus on what we would want, what we do want. So intention, attention, and the third component is expectation. You want to come from the place of, I expect this to happen. It's done. And all of those 3 components are necessary to trigger, to activate the law of attraction. Intention, attention, and expectation. So it's not, maybe you've got the first 2 and the third is like, maybe I don't know. I got a clear picture and I'm thinking about it all the time. Expectation, I don't know, right? It has, absolutely, this is done. And we always want to do that with an open hand. So it's, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know it's done. And it's this or something even greater still. And that gives room for the infinite, divine intelligence, spirit, love, God, whatever your preferred word, to bring forth this or something even greater still. If we hold on to it with a clenched hand, in essence, it's like, it's got to be this, and then we're also, what that tends to do is we focus on the fact that it's not here. So we're in the gap. The life that you are living, the life that you would love to live, there's a gap. So to navigate that gap, those are the 3 components of the law of attraction, and then holding it with an open hand and basking in that feeling, right? Intention, attention, expectation. It's done. This is how I've brought forth the love of my life, how I brought forth success in my life, how I have transformed my life in terms of health challenges, and how my clients are able to do the same in remarkable ways. I am always, as Bob Proctor says, I am always amazed, but I'm never surprised with the lives that they create for themselves when we work together. And it is that structure of support, because I help them not only by teaching them this very, very particular, it's a reliable and repeatable system of transformation. It's an art and science, but then I also help them because I give them that accountability, right? Accountability and structure of support, repetition, because we all have blind spots. And I do the same. That's why I continue to have my mentor, and I'm coached in the same way. So I'm ever on my green growing edge. So my invitation to you is to keep that in mind. Two things here: your intention, your attention, and your expectation. And then if you know that you want to take this further and learn more about the art and science of transformation, sign up. I'll put a link underneath here for my webinar on Saturday. We have some spaces left, 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's powerful, powerful content. Powerful content. I invite you to come. I look forward to seeing you then. Have a beautiful night. And as always, I hope that you love big, you be brave, and you share your beautiful light with the world. A hui ho. Bye for now.